गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट। आज हम डिस्क्रीट मैथमेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर इन डीएमएस में यूनिट नंबर 4 के अंदर लेक्चर नंबर 28 ले रहे हैं। इसका टॉपिक है कोसेट्स, वेक्टर ग्रुप, परमुटेशन ग्रुप। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, कोसेट्स। ए सब ग्रुप एच ऑफ ए ग्रुप जी may be used to decompose the underlying set of G into disjoint equal size subset called coset। यानी एक सब ग्रुप है एच जी का, इसको यदि डिकम्पोज करते हैं सेट जी के लिए इंटू डिसजॉइंट इक्वल साइज सबसेट्स में, तो ये क्या कहलाएगा? कोसेट कहलाता है। दे आर लेफ्ट कोसेट एंड राइट कोसेट। दो तरह के कोसेट होते हैं, लेफ्ट कोसेट एंड राइट कोसेट। कोसेट बोथ लेफ्ट एंड राइट हैव द सेम नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट कार्डिनलिटी, इनमें सेम नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट होते हैं। एच डज एच, जैसे कि एच में होते हैं। फर्दर मोर एच इटसेल्फ इज बोथ ए लेफ्ट कोसेट एंड ए राइट कोसेट। एच आगे खुद भी एक लेफ्ट और राइट कोसेट है। The number of left coset of H in G is equals to the number of right coset of H in G। और लेफ्ट और राइट कोसेट में जो नंबर ऑफ कोसेट्स होते हैं वो सेम होते हैं। दिस कॉमन वैल्यू इज कॉल्ड इंडेक्स ऑफ H इन G, और ये कॉमन वैल्यू इंडेक्स कहलाती है H की G में, और यूजली डिनोटेड बाई G डॉट H। लेट H be a subgroup of the group G whose operation is written multiplicatively given an element G belongs to G. The left coset of H in G are the sets obtained by multiplying each element of H by a fixed element G of capital G, where G is the left factor. In symbols, these are GH equals to small g small h, such that H an element of capital H for each G in G. The right cosets are defined similarly, except that the element G is now a right factor, that is Hg equals to H small h multiply small g, such that H an element of capital H for G in G. As G varies through the group, it would appear that many cosets right or left would be generated. Nevertheless, it turns out that any two left cosets, respectively right coset, are either disjoint or identical as sets. If the group operation is written additively, as is often the case when the group is abelian, the notation used changes to G plus H or H plus G respectively. For example, let G be the dihedral group of order 6. Its element may be represented by 1 a square b a b a square b. In this group, aq equals to b square equals to I and ba equals to a inverse b. This is enough information to fill the entire multiplication table. Show the I is the identity element, multiply by I, we get I. Then a square b a b a square b, all elements we will get. Similarly, in this table, we got all the elements of with the operation. Let T be the subgroup of IB, the distinct left coset of TR. IT equals to T equals to IB, AT equals to AAB, and A square T equals to A square B. Since all the elements of G have now appeared in one of these cosets, generating any more cannot give new cosets, since a new coset would have to have an element in common with one of these and therefore be identical one of these cosets. For instance, ABT equals to ABA AT. The right coset of TR, TI equals to T equals to IB, TA equals to A BA, A is A square B, and TA square equals to A square BA square A square AB. In this example, except for T, no left coset is also a right coset. Let H be the subgroup I a square. The left coset of H are IH equals to H or BH equals to B BA BA square. The right coset of H are HI equals to H and HB equals to B AB A square B equals to B BA square BA. In this case, every left coset of H is also a right coset of H. Let H be a subgroup of group G, and suppose that G1 G2 belongs to G. The following statements are equivalent. G1H equals to G2H, H G1 inverse equals to H G2 inverse, G1H subset of G2H, G2 belongs to G1H, or G1 inverse G2 belongs to H. Because H is a subgroup, it contains the group's identity element with the result that the element G belongs to the coset GH. If X belongs to GH and XH equals to GH, the safety element of G belongs to exactly one left coset of the subgroup H. The identity is in precisely one left or right coset, namely H itself. Thus, H is both a left and right coset of itself. Elements G and X belongs to same left coset of H, that is XH equals to GH if and only if G inverse X belongs to H. More can be said here. Define two elements of G, say X and Y, to be equivalent with respect to the subgroup H if X inverse Y belongs to H. This is then an equivalence relation on G, and equivalence classes of this relation are the left coset of H. As with any set of equivalence classes, they form a partition of the underlying set. A coset representative is a representative in the equivalence class sense. A set of representative of all cosets is called transversal. There are other type of equivalence relation in a group, such as conjugacy, that form different classes but do not have the properties discussed here. Similar statement apply to right coset. In G, if G is an abelian group, then G plus H equals to H plus G for every subgroup H of G and every element G of G. For general group given a element G and subgroup H of a group G, the right coset of H with respect to G is also the left coset of conjugate subgroup G inverse Hg with respect to G, that is Hg equals to G inverse Hg. Normal subgroup. Next topic is normal subgroup. A subgroup of is called a normal subgroup if for any A belongs to G, AH equals to HA. First, AH equals to HA does not necessarily means A star H equals to H star A. For every H belongs to H, it only means that A star HI equals to HJ star A for some HI HJ belongs to H. Every subgroup of an abelian group is normal. The trivial subgroup are also normal. If H is a normal subgroup, then both the left and right coset of H in G are equal. Example. Consider a symmetric group S3A. Solution. From the table it is clear P1, P2, P1, P3, P1, P4 and P1, P5, P6 are subgroup of S3A. The left coset of P1, P2 are P1, P2, P3, P6 and P4, P5, while the right cosets of P1, P2 are P1, P2, P3, P5, P4, P5, and hence P1, P2 is not a normal subgroup. Similarly, P1, P3, P1, P4 are not normal subgroups. But the left and right cosets of P1, P5, P6 are P1, P5, P6 and P2, P3, P4. Hence, P3, P5, P6 is a normal subgroup. Theorem. A subgroup H is normal if and only if for all A belongs to H and X belongs to G, X inverse belongs to H. Proof. Given that H is a normal subgroup, therefore XH equals to HX for all X belongs to G. Therefore, XH X inverse equals to HX dot X inverse, that is XH X inverse equals to H. Hence, for all A belongs to H and X belongs to G, XA X inverse belongs to H. Conversely, suppose all A belongs to H and X belongs to G, XA X inverse belongs to H, then XH X inverse belongs to H. Thus, if XH belongs to HX for all X belongs to G, by replacing X by X inverse in first, we get X inverse HX belongs to H. Thus, HX belongs to XH for all X belongs to G. For 2 and 3, we get XH equals to HX, hence H is normal. Now, the permutation group. In mathematics, a permutation group is a group G whose elements are permutations of given set M and whose group operation is the composition of permutations in G, which are thought of bijective functions from the set M to itself. The group of all permutations of a set M is the symmetric group of M, often written as symmetric M. The term permutation group thus means a subgroup of the symmetric group if M equals to 1, 2, 3 and then symmetric M. The symmetric group on a letter is usually denoted by Sn. By Cayley theorem, every group is isomorphic to some permutation group. Basic properties and terminology. Being a subgroup of symmetric group, all that is necessary for set of permutation to satisfy the group axioms and be a permutation group is that it contains the identity permutation, the inverse permutation of each permutation it contains, and be closed under composition of its permutation. A general property of finite groups implies that a finite non-empty subset of a symmetric group is again a group if and only if it is closed under the group operation. The degree of a group of permutation of finite set is the number of elements in the set. The order of the group of any type is the number of element cardinalities in the group. By Lang's theorem, the order of any finite permutation group of degree n must divide factorial n. Since n factorial is the order of the symmetric group Sn, let G be non-empty set, then a 1-1 onto mapping to itself, that is PG 112 onto G, is called permutation. The number of element in finite set G is called the degree of the permutation. Let G have a element, then Pn is called set of all permutation of degree n. Pn is also called the symmetric group of degree n. Pn is also denoted by Sn. The number of element in Pn or Sn is, reading the symbol to permutation. Suppose that permutation is, first we see that in a small bracket there are two rows written. These two rows have numbers. The smallest number is 1 and the largest number is 6. Starting from the left side of the first row, we read as image of 1 is 2, and image of 1 is 2, and image of 2 is 3, and image of 3 is 1, and image of 4 is 4. Self image equals to identical equals to identity, and image of 5 is 6, and image of 6 is 5. The above thing can be also read as starting from the left side of the first row, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 4, 4 goes to 5, 4, 5 goes to 6, and 6 goes to 5. A cycle of length 2 is called permutation. Quotient group. Let H be a normal subgroup of G, then it can be verified that coset of G relative to H form a group. This group is called quotient group or factor group of G relative to H and is denoted by G upon H. It can be verified that the set of self-conjugate elements of G form an abelian group Z, which is called the center of G. Note that center consists of the element of G that commute with all the element of G. Clearly, the center is always a normal subgroup. Theorem: a group G of order P, where P is prime, is always abelian. From a previous theorem, the number of invariant element is a positive multiple of P, so the center has order of P or P square. The latter case implies G is abelian, so consider the case mod Z equals to P. Then mod G upon Z equals to P, so G upon Z is cyclic, thus we may decompose G into the coset Z, Z, G, Z, G, P minus 1 for some G belongs to G. The product of any two element Z1 G lambda Z2 G mu is Z1 Z2 G lambda plus mu equals to Z2 G mu Z1 G lambda. Thus G is abelian and mod Z equals to P square is fact. Define the commutator of two element GH of a group GY U equals to G minus 1 H minus 1 GH. We have U equals to 1 if and only if GH equals to HG. In the abelian group, all commutators are equals to the identity. Consider the set of all commutators U1, U2 up to Un as GH runs through all the element of G. This set is not necessarily closed under the group operation. We define the commutator group U to be the group generated by this set. If G equals to G, we say G is a perfect group. Third, the commutator group U of a group G is normal. G upon U is abelian. U is contained in every normal subgroup that has an abelian quotient group. Proof. Let x belongs to G, then x minus 1, G minus 1, H minus 1, GHX equals to A inverse B inverse AB, where A equals to X inverse GX, B equals to X inverse HX, thus U is normal. Consider the commutator of two coset UX UY we have. UX inverse UY inverse UX UY equals to UX inverse y inverse xy equals to ux inverse uy inverse ux uy equals to ux inverse y inverse xy equals to u. Since x inverse y inverse xy belongs to u, hence G upon U is abelian. Lastly, if R is any normal subgroup of G with the abelian quotient group, then for any xy belongs to G, we have Rx inverse y inverse xy equals to R. Since all commutators of G upon R must be equals to the identity, thus R contains x inverse y inverse xy, hence R subset U subset of R. Theorem. If AB are normal subgroup of G with only the identity element in common, then every element of A commute with every element of B. Consider U equals to A inverse B, B inverse AB, A inverse B inverse A, B, A inverse B inverse AB, where A belongs to A, B belongs to B. This since AB are normal, A inverse BA belongs to B, A inverse BA belongs to B, and B inverse AB belongs to A. B inverse AB belongs to A, thus U belongs to A intersection B equals to 1, hence AB commute. This base lecture is completed. Thanks all of you.